All right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan. How is everyone going? I hope you're well. Does anyone feel like things are just like it's like Groundhog Day? It's like you look at your charts or you look at your watch list and you go, my coin's up, my coin's down, my coin's up. Game credit 17, 18, 17, 18, One Harmony 10, 11, 10, 11. It just feels like it's a really yo-yoing market at the moment, and I guess it's because it is. The reality is that what Bitcoin has been doing has been making incrementally higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, but just not large moves. It did this big move here, pullback, big move, kind of gave us some excitement, and then naturally it was going to find some resistance at 50k, and that's what it's doing. So it's pulling back right now, but I have a little bit of an edge, I think, and the course that I did recently, where I learnt from some of the masters in chart analysis or technical trading, they talk about this arc theory, and that there's some symmetry here, and this idea that an arc is symmetrical, and if you get two touches on the left-hand side, and then when the second touch on the right-hand side occurs, then that's kind of like, the best entry point. So, assuming that this arc holds and it bounces off that, we could see some fireworks in Bitcoin, which is obviously going to stimulate and promote growth in the rest of the market. But the reality is there that we've done most of the work to get, to retrace this level of 58k, which is, really, once we're above 58k, we're home and hose, we're in all-time highs within minutes, really. But I could see a big green day happening. And if we just kind of go back over to candles, you can see that we had this big run, pullback, big run. Now we'll go to weekly candles and just scope the reality of it. The week is not over yet. There's still 5 days to go. So even though it feels like it's going sideways, which it is, on the daily, on the weekly, we've had solid green candles, 11%, 12%, 9%, 7%, 4%. So in any other market, in any other chart, that's all you could expect. And, that's why I love to zoom out sometimes. But really, like I say, if this arc holds, price kind of moves off it, goes up and turns a bit more parabolic. The fact that we've closed above the rising 30-week moving average, that's all I ever wanted. That's confirmation enough for me that the bull cycle continues. The cycle itself, the fact that it is due to end at the end of the year anyway, was the most bullish evidence. But now we've got, two pieces of evidence. We're above 30-week moving averages. A lot of altcoins have stayed above 30-week moving averages or are getting above 30-week moving averages. So the whole market is bullish. It just isn't parabolic bullish. So that is good news. Now, I'm seeing red all over the market today. This is normal. This is exactly what is to be expected. Bitcoin pulls back. Altcoins are pulling back by 2 or 3 times more than what Bitcoin's pulled back. That's normal. But what I'm interested in is what is going to perform the best in this last leg up of the altcoin season. And the last video I did, if you watched it, I was looking at what altcoins have done compared to what Bitcoin has done. And one that really surprised me, because I hadn't actually done the measurement, is that Hathor Networks, since its dip or its lowest lows during the Bitcoin correction, has given us a 316% gain. Now, I'm going to take that away and just kind of look at it from a pure chart kind of a chartist level, and remembering back that it launched. A triangle formed, it broke out of that, ran all the way up to kind of $1.80 from down in the 20 cents. So huge gains there for an initial listing of a coin, especially when the market cap's so low and no one really knows about it. To pull back, and I think up here I was optimistic that we would go another leg higher, but at the time I was under the belief that Bitcoin would correct and altcoins would fly off. That didn't happen. Everything corrected. That's grand. still held the bag, still hodled the bag, added a little bit to the bag on these dips. And the beautiful thing is that we're 300% up again. We're nearly in the dollar range. And in reality, there is some volume defined nodes here. So I think we'll probably cop some, once we get through a dollar, we'll cop some resistance again at, 125, 142, and then maybe a little bit up there at 158. But it's not far until something like that has a good run, and it just really kind of rifles out of there. And now you think about, if Bitcoin has gone 70% now and this did 300x, you could just start to possibly do the maths and say, for every, 50% Bitcoin does, is Hathor going to do 250%, and that's 5 times leverage to Bitcoin at the moment, which is a strong coin, and I think being a lower market cap, it does leverage a lot further to the upside. But the reality is that it hasn't also shown as much weakness to the downside. Once it dipped, early on, other coins were matching that dip, but the dips on Hathor were higher lows, and it kind of formed this channel and then broke out of this channel, and that's what excites me about it. Just because like I say, fundamentally, if you're on Twitter and you see there's a lot of there's a lot going on, and they're releasing stuff, and they've got nano contracts, and their roadmap is solid, and they're achieving their roadmap, and their developer team is into it, and they're engaged, and it's all about kind of being a crypto for the people, and I like that, and that's what a trade got me into it. And the reason why I hodl it is because I believe in it, and I believe in great things. And they really jumped on board with the green, Hathor Green, and really promoting the green mining, because they are a proof of work mining thing, but they're already not causing people to go out there and get specific miners for Hathor. They're saying you can merge mine. So if you're mining Bitcoin already, or if you're mining Litecoin or Zcash or whatever, you can also mine Hathor at the same time. So it's not requiring any extra computing power. It's just kind of banking on the back of the existing power. And also that, that they're promoting that people that mine Hathor with green rigs, are going to get some bonuses. So, they're really promoting the mining community to be using green energy, which is great, and the reality is it's probably not the biggest problem in the world, the Bitcoin mining power usage, but it's a political issue, and it's good to see them on board with it and being proactive. And, hopefully they're the sort of things that you see people adopt, and maybe institutions start to get involved, or understanding that there's other things that are similar to Bitcoin and are green. Not saying Hathor is anyway in a competitor to Bitcoin; it's a completely different project. But the reality is that it is a similar blockchain, as in a proof of work. I like Hathor. I like it over $1. I like to see it break $1, and if we just go to that daily chart, you can clearly see that three wicks there really struggled to get over $1. Wouldn't be surprised if a back test of this kind of channel line here, or this this broken uptrend line, came back here. Maybe that's the dip, back to the 30-week moving average that's just kind of newly printing and newly formed, but. This is a good chart to me. I think it's pretty sexy, if I can use the word, just in the sense that it's made a good move, pulled back enough, consolidated, made a good base, and then once it kind of flies on out of there, you're looking at least matching this move again. On top of here. So, that's where my $4 to $7 targets come in. And that, to me, that's a brilliant hodl. That's a brilliant trade. And I'll be a proud man to have held Hathor all the way through and sold it. And will be definitely buying back in during the bear market. Just because I am a true believer. It's going to be one of the stronger projects, and it probably has legs and staying power. Because of its yeah, just its positioning and its use case and its uniqueness in the market, and the fact that it's got such a low market cap. So I think the next cycle is going to be the big one for Hathor. Once a bit more popularity comes around and it gets out there in the world, and businesses start using it and start creating their own tokens and using Hathor for what it was designed for, is to whatever you want, whatever you want to use the nano contract for, and make your own tokens to give to your customers or do for rewards, or even just create your own crypto project using Hathor. There is unlimited or limitless possibility in Hathor Networks, and I like it, and the other thing I like is volume. There is good volume, like there's been solid volume all the way through here. It dipped, and then since, July there's been solid volume, and that's increasing, going back to the weekly, you can see it there, it's just stepping up in volume. It's ready to burst. It's ready to explode in my eyes, my technical analysis. Yes, I'm a bull. Yes, I'm a hodler. I'm going to be biased in that, but if you look around and you see, other things, I mean, even like if we look at Pancake, big volume there, not so big volume there, game credits, big volume hasn't really stepped up. Even One Harmony, had huge volume in the last kind of bull run. Throughout the bear market, it's kind of been forgotten. Yeah, it's stepping up in volume, but it's, not as consistent as what Hathor was. Even look at XRP, big solid volume, big drop off, like BNB, big volume, solid still through here, but, well below average. And Cardano even, Cardano's had some good price action, but volume isn't really up at levels it was back through here, whereas if we go back to good old Hathor there, it's been above its average the last 2 weeks, and this week has just begun. I can see it kind of stepping in again there. Volume is pretty much at an all-time high level in the last couple of weeks, considering most other projects are still fairly bearish. So that's a good sign for me from a pure technical charting perspective. If I was to look at that with unbiased eyes, just want to break that dollar. We really want to break that dollar and just see some big price action there in Hathor Networks. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm not going to kind of look too much around the market. We all know what's happening. Bitcoin goes up, the market goes up. Bitcoin goes down, the market goes down. And we want to see Bitcoin really fire on out of that 50K range. I think for me, 58 is the real kind of, oh my God, things are on. But definitely, this dip here, this 50 and a half, 51, 52, 53, it'd be good to kind of push through there with some, some intensity and ideally an increase in volume, because we've broken that 30-week moving average, but we really haven't shown that volume increase. So I'd love to see the volume come back into the Bitcoin. Bring it on. Crypto's back. Crypto's in a bull run. Be excited. Well done to all those hodlers. Well done to everyone that, was smart about their trading, took some profits. And well done to just everyone for being a part of it in general. This is a new asset class. It's, we're going to look back in history and go like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and you either took it or you didn't. And hopefully we're all just taking it and doing great things with it and formulating our plans. And I know I definitely am. I'm kind of calm and I'm at peace and I'm ready. I'm ready for the next few months for things to really mature and to pick those fruits off the tree at the end of the season and just harvest all those profits and put them into our stable coins, or put them into cash, or put them into whatever you like, however you're going to do it. A bit of gold, a bit of silver, and just look at it from a distance and go, if you're in it 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, however long you held or you participated, that it was worth it. It was worth it, and we'll be ready to do it again in the next few years, because it's probably going to get real the next time, because it's starting to get fairly mainstream adoption, and maybe the volatility decreases a bit, but I think the hype and the hopium and the, I want to do what people did last time is going to increase. So there could be definitely a lot of swing trades to be done, even in the bear market, I believe. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I will keep following the charts anyway. So I've been Jared. This has been Crypto Plan. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that jazz, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.